Welcome to Her Health First, the podcast where Black women's health is centered, respected, and protected. I'm Traci. I'm a registered nurse, a healthcare advocate, and a woman who knows firsthand what it feels like to carry too much while navigating a system that was not built with us in mind. Here, we talk about real health: the physical, the emotional, the mental, and the systemic. We unpack what doctors don't always explain, we name what women are often dismissed for, and we learn how to advocate for ourselves without guilt or fear. This is your space to breathe, to learn, and to put your health first. Let's get into today's episode.
Every January, women promise to do better with their health. But when I listen closely, what they're really trying to say is, I'll try not to ignore myself as much this year. And that tells me everything I need to know. So I want to be real for a minute and acknowledge that we don't start neglecting ourselves because we don't care. We start neglecting ourselves because we're busy surviving. We're busy managing households. We're showing up for the jobs. We're holding emotional space for everyone else. So, somewhere along the way, our own needs get labeled as optional. So, when I say her health first, I'm not talking about a trend. I'm not talking about a resolution. I'm talking about a shift in how you see yourself. Women are socialized to be last, historically, medically, and culturally, especially Black women. We're praised for our resilience, we're praised for our strength, and we're praised for our endurance. But rarely, very rarely, are we protected from the consequences of carrying too much for too long. And unfortunately, the healthcare systems often reinforce this. Our appointments are shorter, our symptoms are dismissed, and our pain is normalized. Over time, women learn to minimize themselves before anyone else has to. Putting your health first challenges that conditioning. When needs go unmet, the body adapts. Our stress hormones remain elevated, and inflammation becomes baseline. So our sleep becomes shallow and less restful, and then the symptoms become background noise. It's just something. Oh, that backache. Oh, it's just my back always hurts. So your body doesn't suddenly fail. It compensates and compensates and compensates until it can't. So health prioritization is not about reacting to a crisis. A crisis is an emergency. It's something that happens pretty suddenly. Health prioritization is about noticing the patterns before your body has to escalate. So let's put it into terms of what putting your health first looks like in the real world. Putting your health first might look like scheduling that appointment that you've been postponing over and over and over because of your kids' sports schedules, your kids' activity schedules. Putting your health first might look like asking for clarification of a diagnosis or clarification of directions your provider has given you without apologizing or feeling bad for asking those questions. Putting your health first may look like resting, even when everything isn't done. And what we have to begin to realize is that these are not dramatic acts, they're stabilizing acts. Let's take a moment to reframe what caring for yourself is. Caring for yourself is not selfish. I know I've seen the memes and the posts going around saying self-care is not selfish. It's not. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is preventative. So what does advocacy sound like? Advocacy sounds like, let me address this before it gets worse. Advocacy may sound like you telling your provider, I need time to understand my options, or I need to wrap my head around this. Advocacy sounds like, that doesn't sound right to me, or this doesn't feel right to me. So I want you to take a minute and ask yourself, where have I been postponing myself? In what areas of my life have I been postponing myself? What would it mean to me to matter sooner rather than later? It's no pressure to answer these questions at all because they're questions that require thought. Because often we don't think about ourselves. We think about what I need to do. I need to do this for, I need to do this because I need to do this. So no pressure, no pressure, just awareness.
Before you go, I want to remind you that your body is not the problem. Your questions are not too much, and your health deserves time, attention, and care. If today's episode resonated with you, share it with a woman who needs the reminder that she's not alone. And if you haven't already, follow the podcast so these conversations can continue showing up for you. Until next time, take a breath, take your time, and remember, her health comes first.